Hi, everybody. Happy Humpty Wednesday. Guys, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I know I always ask you guys that, but it's very important. Um, I'm not using my rodcaster, but let me get my prop. I need to get the microphone prop. Yeah. I'm not using a rodcaster because I need to change the headset audio wires. And then I think I need a new one, but I'm gonna get a smaller one. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, cool. So every Wednesday, I do the Dana with the Data podcast show live. I'm on here maybe an hour, no more than 90 minutes. And I'm picking 9 p.m. I go live with the judge. We do the Man Up Show Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. I said, let me stick to 9 p.m. for my show. Maybe 8 p.m., but technically I'm going to stick to the 9. I think my audience like 9 p.m. because if they're on the West Coast, that means it's 5 p.m. Central Time is 8. So people are home, people are settled, or if you're on the West Coast, you're just getting off work and getting settled. Shout out to everybody on X. Hi, guys. I do have a guest today, Mr. Drayon Blackett. Yes, he is a independent filmmaker. I don't think Marcel is coming on. He's in this new documentary called Vote for Cell. So he may not come on tonight, Marcel Dixon, but I did send him an email because I'm going to set up a date and time to interview him one-on-one. I love Mr. Greg Marcel Dixon. But I am going to bring up the guest shortly. I just want to do the intro. Guys, please share this video. Please like. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell button to get all notifications. If you already hit the bell button, unhit it and then hit it again, right? Because sometimes YouTube be messing up. Also, you could go to the website, therealdananetwork.com, and I would like for you guys to sign up to the mailing list. It's very important. I discontinued the $10 subscription to the vault. That's where you go watch like old Judge Joe Brown videos. I discontinued that because I need to revamp the whole website. So that is why it's very important for you guys to sign up to the mailing list. Also, RIP to Frankie Beverly. Yes, he passed away today. He was 77 years old. The family did not disclose the cause of his death. However, we're all going to die. That is part of life, being born, living, and we die, we pass, we go over. So not only rest in peace, but rest in power. Love, 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 Frankie Beverly and Maze. Legendary. I've been grooving, honey, to some Frankie Beverly and Maze music today. Yes. So rest in power. And Shannon Shaw. Oh, I hope you guys paid tribute and did a moment of silence today for the 9/11 victims. Don't play with me. I grew up in the tri-state area, Newark, New Jersey. I was working in downtown Newark that day, 9/11/2001. And we see the skyline of New York City, and we were facing the skyline of downtown where the Twin Towers once stood. And we seen the smoke. We seen when it collapsed, and it was horrific. Innocent people, they told everyone in our company, go home. People were crying. You go outside, it was just traffic jam because people didn't know what was going on. It was tragic, and it still is to this day. So, and every year now they have a ceremony which is televised to everyone comes up and read the names of everybody who died that day. So make sure you take 1, 2, 3, 4 moment of silences. The 2 planes that hit the World Trade Center, the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, and the plane that crashed into the Pentagon. Innocent people died. So on to something a little bit more lighter. This is not part of the show, so I wanted to talk about it or just mention it now. Yes, I heard the Shannon Sharp live. Child, he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose because he wanted to prove to people, I ain't gay, y'all. Because how can you, that wasn't a butt dial or a butt press for live on Instagram. That was very intentional. I don't want to hear Shannon Sharp having sex. I don't, you know. He started to sound like a gorilla, you know. I don't know. I don't know. It was funny, you know, it did not turn me on, and I believe it was intentional. Maybe I'll talk about, actually I'm gonna talk about that with Steve on Saturday. I'm still on politics. We're still talking about the debate today. Because we need to fact check Kamala Harris. Yeah, because that is the title, The Truth About the Harris versus Trump Debate. And I also have Vote for Sale. Oh, yes, Fanny. We did a live. I did a live every day this week. Mondays, the regular show. Tuesday was the watch party. Today, my podcast. Tomorrow, the Man Up Show. And I'm doing another watch party Friday morning at 10 a.m. because Fannie Willis is going to have her ass in front of the Georgia committee, honey. Yes. And it is going to be televised. So I want all of y'all to tune in Friday morning because I will be streaming live showing her testify again. Yes. So let me first bring up the first guest. And if you would like to donate, ask a question or comment, please hit the super chat. Or you can just cash at me, $, Dana with the data. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So you are Mr. Drayon Blackett, correct?
Yes. I made tethers.
Yes, you made the documentary Tethers, starring Marcel Dixon, and this is your new documentary, Vote for Sale, which is on Amazon right now. The link is in the description, guys, so you could click it and purchase it. But do you want me to play the trailer first?
Oh yeah, because I want to see how people like it.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to play the trailer. Actually, I think I want this as my background. I'm going to play the trailer of Mr. Blackett's new documentary, Vote for Sale. And then we're going to talk about it.
Emergency broadcasting project. This is not a test.
Back in 1702, they was the same white supremacists that they are today.
Okay, so tell us about this documentary.
Wow. So this documentary was made from basically my producer had hit me up. He wanted to make a vote movie, and it was a basically a new concept because I never thought about making a vote movie, but I thought it would actually be um a good movie to make because the this is like the most important election of probably our generation. So that's how the movie actually basically, got started.
I'm sorry, was I muted?
Yeah.
I always do that. I was asking you, the title of the documentary is Vote for Sale. How did you come up with that title? This new documentary, Vote for Sale, seems like something totally different. Is there any similarities? Like, what is the difference between the first one and this second documentary?
Well, so when I started this film, I my number one person I had hit up was Black Alpha. Um, so when I interviewed Black Alpha, when I interviewed Black Alpha, then let me see. So I interviewed Black Alpha. Then when he was doing his interview, then I basically thought of how to do the film. If that makes sense.
Not really.
All right. So ask your question again.
What is the difference between the first documentary, Tethers, and this documentary, Vote for Sale? Like, what is the difference and what are some of the similarities?
All right. So the difference between um tethers and boat for sale is one is specifically on politics, and the tethers is specifically on the things tethers do to undermine Black society. So that's the difference.
And you do mention tangibles in the new documentary, Vote for Sale.
Yeah.
So that is discussed because, tell us about the tangibles, the Black vote, the reparations. Tell us about that being incorporated in this new documentary, Vote for Sale.
All right. So people, if people need to go watch the film and they can basically see that.
Why should they watch it?
Well, because it's a political film and everybody can just go and watch the film if they
Wait,
want any, information about the film.
are you on a phone or are you on your
Oh, it's
laptop?
a Bluetooth.
Yeah, can you come off the Bluetooth?
All right, hold on.
Bluetooth and StreamYard really don't work too well.
All right, you hear me?
And you can't tell people just go watch it and you'll understand it. You have to explain to people why they should do it, why you made it, why they need to go watch it, what you feel as though they're going to walk away with after they see it. Like, what is the purpose of you even creating this film, Vote for Sale?
Well, the reason people should go watch the film is I call it a political masterclass. So people gonna get an understanding of deeper political values and deeper education on political things. So I guess that's a reason why.
Excuse me. So, who created the concept? Did you come up with this concept, Vote for Sale?
All right, so my producer had gave me the idea on what he wanted to do with the film, and I just made it.
Okay, so you're the director, not the producer.
No, yeah.
And did you write any of it? Are you the writer as well, or did the producer produce and write it?
So I wrote the questions for the documentary. So I interviewed Black Alpha, Marcel, and everybody else.
Mhm. Who is the producer's name?
His name is Alfred.
Okay, so why didn't you invite the producer on?
Oh, you didn't ask.
Why do I
I
have to
didn't
ask?
know.
This is
I
your
didn't know.
Yes, I mean, if he's the producer, he created it. I thought that you created it. So you're the director. You put it all together, the editing, the direction of it, the same way you did with Tethers. Tethers was a very good documentary. That was your first documentary, independent, it wasn't an extreme big budget, but it got the message across, I feel as though. So I really appreciated your first documentary, Tethers. With this one, it seemed like you're following the same format, interview style, with the different questions. However, you are the main director. It is the producer that created this whole concept of Vote for Sale and the concept of this documentary.
Hold on, you broke up. Say that again.
I said the producer is the one that came up with the whole concept Vote for Sale for the
Yeah.
documentary, and he wrote it. Yeah. So when you are going on your press runs that you're doing right now, you should have the producer with you on it, because it's a collaboration. He produced it, he came up with the concept, but you brought it to life with the direction of it.
Yeah.
Now, when it's available now on Amazon, but it's only in Blu-ray.
Oh, it's,
Tether
oh, it's also it's DVD.
is on DVD, but Tethers, I was able to watch it on Prime. Is Vote for Sale going to be on Prime?
Yes. But so we had to get this film done. So usually films take a year or two to produce. So my producer had hit me up um like 8 months before the election to do this film. So I didn't have time to to actually put it on a video prom. So that actually takes time. The fastest way is DVD.
Oh, okay. So I thought that it would be easier to go straight to Video Prime. So you saying that's a process in its own?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But and it's easier to put it out on DVD. So eventually, will it be on Prime?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Prime and it's gonna be on other distribution type
Mhm.
of sites.
What? And you are on X, correct?
Yeah.
But you're not really that active on X.
Yeah, I know. I need to become more active on social media. But
What
I
is
just don't have time to.
Yeah. No, I get it. What is your X handle at Blackett?
It's Blackett Films.
Blackett Films, yeah, because I know I follow you. Um, I'm gonna put that in my chats because I want people to go and follow you. But I want people to go and see this documentary. The problem that I'm having, and I can tell you this, I don't have nothing to watch a DVD or Blu-ray. Like, what do you have to get? Like a DVD player? Because
Yeah, or if you have people have like Xbox or any like PlayStations, you can watch it on there.
I
So
don't. Yeah, I don't even have that.
whatever way people watch, microphone check, they can watch my film.
Yeah, and that was the problem Tariq Nasheed was having. He put that documentary on Blu-ray because Amazon was giving him a hard time. Do you think that you're getting a hard time with Prime, because Prime is owned by
Yeah,
Amazon?
actually, yeah, yeah. Because if you notice, I had to do different links. So it's a link for a DVD
Hmm.
and it's a link for a Blu-ray. So Amazon wouldn't let me put both of them on one page. So we're going through different things, and it's different, and a certain amount of DVDs that I can submit, and it's a whole thing.
Right, right, right. Yeah, right, Crypto. He says, yeah, I'm Tariq. He used other people content in a movie without paying them. But uh that it wasn't the case. It was other logistics. That was one of the issues. But what was going on with Prime, it was the logistics behind the scenes. And just like Mr. Blackett is telling me, he had to deal with those same issues as well. So what is next for you? Because it seemed like this is what you do for a living. Is this like a career that you're building up? Because you sound very young, which is good. You have directing two documentaries under your belt. So what is next for you?
Well, I would like to say first, this is my first interview. I'm not really good at interviews.
Mhm.
So I like to say that first.
Yeah,
Um,
well, usually directors, they're not really good interviews because they're directing, you know? They're not the you so directors are directing people, but it's like now being in interviews, you're in reverse because
yeah.
yeah. So, but what is next for you? Are you going to be directing more documentaries or
Oh,
going to short film?
okay. So what's next is I have this big film on health. I can't talk about it right now. This is with the number one health guy in the niche. So he got over like 1 million social media followers, and he just a lot of. He's very big. So I got that coming. Um, this is actually my last quote unquote um what you want to call it, black grassroots or woke, I guess you can call it, film. Um, I'm going to a whole different direction, like health market and things of that nature. And also I'm going into a lot of more educational films. It won't necessarily be quote unquote woke type of films like the films that you see that I make now. Um, so and also I distribute to different educational um platforms and universities. Right now, if you go look on Stanford University, it's available. Tethers is actually distribute to Stanford University and many other libraries across the nation. So I'm doing that. I'm gonna start distributing to places like PBS, other, libraries, universities, more bigger places, and taking things to a whole different level. So I'm basically things that because if you actually really know, there's not a lot of money in. I'm It's not really a lot of money in making quote unquote woke type of films. I did it because I loved the topic and I was passionate about doing, a tethers and vote for sale and things of that nature. Now, if somebody is willing to pay me like the producer wanted to make vote for sale, then I do it. But far as um my own stuff, I'm more focused on um making films for PBS, libraries, universities, um things of that nature. Thank you, V.
I keep forgetting that I'm muted. I gotta stop doing that. I just gotta keep it unmuted. I do want people to go and check out Vote for Sale. Listen, you're just starting out, and I think that's a great thing. Did you go to film school or anything?
Yeah, I took film classes and everything. I went to school for filming.
Okay. And I listen, I appreciate what you're doing. I look forward to your next
Oh yeah, also I like to put this in there. We did something very new with this film. We also implement a so if you ever go watch any Hollywood films, um we got coming soon films in the film before the movie starts.
okay.
So we implement different tactics that Hollywood would do with their films, and so that's new. Also, what else? What else? What else? Um, Everybody in this film did a really great job.
Hmm.
It's very educational, but it's entertaining at the same time.
Hmm.
Black Alpha, Marcel, that's a great tag team type of vibe, and they brought something that I don't think people never actually seen before in this film. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Mr. Drayon Blackett. Listen, whenever you have something to promote, you always welcome to come back on this platform and promote it and talk about it. I look forward to watching Vote for Sale, but it will be coming on Prime, right?
Yeah, but that's gonna come out after the election. It
Okay.
really, yeah, because it's a whole thing. You got to submit it. You got to get approved. They got it's a whole like it, and it's a
Yeah.
whole thing, and it takes like probably like 90 days
Okay.
or so. Yeah,
And this Vote for Sale is available to purchase now on Amazon, correct?
yeah.
Okay. So I want everybody to go to Amazon. The link is in the chat, the link is in the description. Vote for Sale. And I look forward to getting it and watching it and enjoying it. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Oh my God. He's so cute in a good way. Listen, if you guys haven't seen Tethers, go watch it. That you could watch on Prime. It's called Tethers. And I've seen it and I enjoy watching it. And I'm going to purchase Vote for Sale because I'm used to his body of work. He's being consistent. He has a passion for it, and that's very important. He sounds young and an acts him his age, but I love grassroots. I love, um, when you start at the beginning and you're building something. I love that journey. So, and I'm looking forward to more of his documentaries, especially if he's going to get into the health field. So, yeah, guys, I want you guys to go check it out. I'm going to play the trailer again. So, this is a trailer for Vote for Sale documentary out now on Amazon and Blu-ray. Oh, I did add to the stage. Oh, yeah.
This is not a test.
Back in 1702, there was the same white supremacist.
Yeah, guys. So go to Amazon, purchase Vote for Sale. It's on Blu-ray and DVD. And in about a couple of months, it will be on Prime. I'll actually bring him back on when it drops on Prime. Yeah. So shout out to Mr. Blackett, the director. This is his second documentary. Good for him. So, guys, I want you to go support our independent artists. All right, so let's get into it. The debate between Donald Trump and VP Kamala Harris was yesterday. I had a watch party. Great panel. Shout out to the new party. Maybe I should have invited them back on tonight. No, I'll do it next week. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to go into too much details on this debate because we kind of like talked about it after the debate last night. It was a late show. It was on for like 4 hours. But I wanted to highlight the fact checking that they should have did on Kamala Harris. See, they kept fact checking Donald Trump. They kept fact checking Donald Trump, but they wouldn't do it for her. Where is it? Even how dirty, conniving, and all that it is still a process, a method. It's still a certain way we do things. You have to have at least 3 debates in different format styles. You have one VP debate. You don't sit up here and have a mute button. You're supposed to have an audience. You don't have moderators that are biased. Come on. Remember Gwen Effel? I hope I said her name right. She passed on. She was the moderator. Like, it's moderators and debating of yesteryears of the past is long gone, and it seemed like it's never going to come back. You have a sorority sister, a friend of yours, who's in charge of ABC, who's one of the moderators. So they giving you, helping you along this debate. It's a conspiracy that Kamala Harris had an earring that was actually like a earpiece so that she could hear people telling her what to say. I believe it. I believe all of that. But most importantly, I do appreciate Trump sticking on policies. It's a lot of things that he could have uppercut her with that he did not, that he missed some opportunities, but he handled himself well. The polls for the general public voted Trump as the winner. The mainstream media is basically declaring Kamala Harris as the winner of the first debate. So we'll see. But I want to play this clip here. Top 5 lies that the ABC News moderators refused to fact check or falsely fact check during the debate.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It's got to be smart. We got to do it the right way.
Do you believe in the mandatory buyback of quote unquote assault weapons?
I do believe that we need to do buyback. Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
And you had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota.
Let me pause that and go back.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
So let's pause, because that was the moderator helping her sorrow friend out. Under Governor Tim Walz, babies born alive and botched abortions were left to die. Then he removed reporting requirements. So the moderators who was trying to fact check Donald Trump needed to be fact checked themselves.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went.
Where do you stand on defund the police?
Look, right. So here's the thing. Defund the police. The issue behind it is that we need to reimagine how we are creating safety. And when you have many cities that have 1/3 of their entire city budget focused on policing, we know that is not the smart way and the best way or the right way to achieve safety. For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
And then also, again, what we need to do about demilitarizing our schools. And taking police officers out of schools.
On that point, Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us now. We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
All right. So basically, the lies that woman was saying during the debate, this clip debunked and fact-checked Kamala Harris. First of all, she never answered none of the questions. She was going around it, word salad at its best. And questions that she was answering, she was lying. Accusations she was throwing on Donald Trump was lies. The moderators didn't correct her, didn't fact-check her, needed to be fact-checked themselves. So it was a rigged debate. And that's why I said he did good. He did good considering that it was a rigged debate. But he should have gotten nasty with her. She did not talk about the border. She did not talk about illegal migrants. She didn't talk about none of that. She diverted that whole discussion and questions. Why? Now, let's get into the migrant conversation. I just posted a clip from our Monday show where we were talking about the illegal migrants in Ohio eating the ducks and cats. It is not those people on high, the people that stood up in the city commission meeting and talked about witnessing these illegals taking the ducks from the pond, breaking their necks and eating them. They take them back, cook them and eat them. But then you have city officials saying, oh, it's not true. Those are lies. It's a hoax. They're not eating cats. They're not eating ducks. The city officials are lying. Because if you have the residents of Springfield, Ohio telling you what is going on because they live there, they're seeing this happen, then why are you not believing them? 20,000 illegal migrants were dropped off in the city of Springfield. Yes, the city of Springfield was in a decline of population. If you have a decline of population, it does hurt that municipality economy. However, if you drop 20,000 illegals in a city at once or within 30 days, and your economy was already broke, was already messed up, weakened, that will break your economy. That will break your municipality because you don't have the capacity to house, to feed, or healthcare, or education, jobs. You don't have those things in place. It is a good thing for people to move into a city and help, boost the economy. But when you have a large influx of illegals compared to American citizens, it is a big difference. American citizens are already coming with a job. Illegals, they need all types of assistance and resources to maintain, to survive. So it's a difference. But now you have a VP here who vows to grant amnesty to the migrants who illegally crossed the border. She even said that she would do it.
He can't stand her. I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. I'll give you.
That was Joe Biden putting on a MAGA hat. I believe Trump. I'll get to that in a minute. Where's my other thing? So now you have the governor, Mike DeWine, or DeWine, I could say DeWine. He's sending $2.5 million and state troopers to Springfield after illegal migrants take over. But wait, I thought the media said the town's migrant crisis is fake news. Another day, another lie. Yeah, exactly. The governor says Haitian migrants are creating health and traffic issues. And we've been hearing reports for days that illegal migrants have no insurance, are crashing into innocent Americans and simply driving off. These dramatic surges impact every citizen of the community, every citizen, DeWine said. noting additional influxes are occurring in Findlay and Lima, Ohio. Moms who have to wait hours in a waiting room for a sick child, everyone who drives on the streets, and it affects children who go to school in more crowded classrooms. So why are you allowing them there? Why are you allowing these people there? And honestly, I keep saying that my Wednesday shows, I need to dedicate it to migrant crisis. And I'm just going to stick with that. I'm just going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with that. I always throw stuff on the wall to see if this worked, that worked. No, I'm going to stick with the migrant crisis on Wednesday because I just can't tap on it and glaze through it real quick. Because I don't understand, how do you allow as a governor 20,000 illegals to enter your state, into these different cities because of low population and live off the land? And you allocate $2.5 million to help assist them. So either you're a Republican governor and maybe you are in cahoots with the Biden administration, the federal government, so you could get some extra federal funding that they're giving out to these sanctuary states and sanctuary cities for these illegal migrant crises. So either you're in cahoots with them, or, people are doing things without your knowledge in your state. And if you have all this money to help with the migrant crisis to give to these illegals, why is that money not being reinvested in Americans? See, nobody hands are clean. It's a no-win situation. You can't sit up here and say, well, this is fake news, but you're sending millions of dollars to help with a crisis. So it's not fake news because you actually have a crisis. And by the way, it is not racist to say that Haitians are eating cats. They do. Right now, you have this gang leader called Barbecue, and they were barbecuing people eating fresh ass. I grew up in East Orange, Newark, New Jersey. All these Chinese stores, even in New York, had to be shut down for health violations because they were cooking up the cats and the dogs and putting it in the food. If you go to China, they have a market. You know how you have farmers market? They have a real farmers market of skinned cats who are still alive and dogs inside this water container. And you go and you pick out which cat and which dog you want to take home to cook and eat. I seen it on Vice. It was a documentary. People in other countries do eat animals, such as they eat animals that we consider pets, cats and dogs. That is a delicate meat in other countries, such as China, such as Haiti. That is a fact. So if you have these illegals coming here, don't have no place to live, don't have a job, so they don't have steady money, they don't have money to buy food, they probably didn't get their food stamps yet, they need to eat, they're hungry. Well, I see some ducks. We have a lot of geese here in Ohio. You see the geese and the ducks? Yeah. You go pull a duck, crack the neck, skin it, fry it, and eat it. That's what they do. So stop acting like, oh my God, this is some racist stuff that Republicans started. No.
Haitians in a white van driving around the neighborhoods collecting cats.
For what?
Skinning them and eating them. Snyder Park.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. No.
You don't mess around.
No.
I've heard rumors about them taking the geese and killing them and eating them, so I try to stay clear away because I've even heard about them eating the eggs over there, so I'm like, okay, that's kind of disturbing. They not.
There he is. This is your guy right here?
Yes.
Okay.
So far, so good.
I heard on Twitter that cats are getting kidnapped. Is that
Yes,
true?
Yes, my mom
You're
actually
laughing.
What have you
seen,
a post on Facebook. There was Haitians in a white van driving around the neighborhoods collecting cats,
For what?
skinning them and eating them. Snyder Park, our actual park. If a Haitian is caught walking the grounds down there, they can get arrested because they're going down there and they're killing the Canadian geese so they can take them home and eat them.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because we used to have a lot of cats around here. And especially down here at the end of the street, that lady had probably 50 of them. Now she's lucky to have 5. And the geese down at the park, they're declining. So I don't know if they're eating them too. I guess it's supposed to be their natural habitat or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen. So listen, guys, don't get distracted because the people he were interviewing were white. Springfield is a white town. This is Midwest white town. Midwest white town, poor, middle class, I would say poor, working class white people. So don't say, oh, they're just being racist. No, it's not MAGA. It's not them being racist. It is what it is. Let me tell you something about the state of Ohio and the Canadian geese. If you see the geese crossing the freeway, the highway, the street, cars on both sides, you have to stop. Not close either. You have to stop. And you have to wait until they go from one side to the other on the sidewalk safely. Some of them may stand in the middle of the street for a minute, just for a pause. They may have their whole row of family of the little ducklings following the mama and the daddy. You have to stop your car. You cannot drive around or the cops will pull your ass over and give you a ticket. They may arrest you if you run them over. No, if you run them over, you're going to get arrested. If you drive around the geese and the ducks, you're going to get a ticket. They're serious. The same with the damn deers. So you mean to tell me illegals that come here, duck is delicious. Yes, I believe they are taking the ducks and taking them back home and eating them. They're not getting arrested. But now they're going to get $2.5 million allocated to help them with food stamps, with housing, with health care, but nothing for the American citizens. It's not a race. This is not a race issue. It is an illegal migrant issue. Yes, duck is very greasy. So I want to play this. This is a Haitian man, and he's going to talk about the Haitian culture.
Listen, I am not Haitian, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. He said he's not Haitian.
I am from the Caribbean.
Okay, he's Caribbean.
The Haitian immigrants are indeed eating animals. Let me tell you something about these people. Not only are they harvesting cats for food, but also for witchcraft purposes, voodoo purposes. Understand this. If you don't want to take my word for it, go out there, meet a Haitian, talk to them about it. This is not something they aren't proud of. It's their culture. They eat these animals and they use the blood and bones of these animals for voodoo and witchcraft purposes. This is not a joke. The fact that they are here illegally, Kamala did say she gave them a temporary protection over 100,000 of them. But here's the thing. For good luck purposes, they will harvest cats. They will use the blood and the bone of these cats. They consume these things because they believe it brings good luck and good juju. This is not a joke. It's a fact. This is their culture. This is what they believe. They will die on a hill on this belief. Like I said, meet a Haitian, talk to them about it. This is not something I'm guessing. This is something I am telling you. I've had conversation with these people. I know of plenty of these people who, in Jamaica, where I am from, they have a great relationship with wrongdoers in Jamaica. These people they trade good, well, not mine, but our Jamaican good ganja for weed, for cocaina, and for pew-pews. And every single move they make, they perform their rituals, which they believe after these rituals, they will not get touched, they will not get caught by the police or by law enforcement, Coast Guard, the military, whatever. They have very well success rate when it comes to traveling by boat across the Jamaican Haitian border. They do this damn near weekly. Like I said, this is not speculations from me. This is a fact. I am telling you, I know these people. I know what I'm talking about. I could even go into more details of the things they do when it comes to their rituals based off of stories that I've heard from them directly. But due to the sensitivity of TikTok, I'll leave that alone. But understand this, those ducks / geese / dogs / cats, they are going missing. They are eating them. They are harvesting their blood for witchcraft and voodoo purposes. I'm not capping. Do not come on here, white liberals and black liberals. Do not come on here and tell me that I'm capping or I'm talking bullshit or I don't know what I'm saying. This is stuff I personally have spoke with these people about, okay? This is pure knowledge. This is not speculations. And give it time, it will end up on your doorsteps. This is their culture. This is their belief. This is what they do regardless. Fresh out of Haiti, they're not Americanized. They are going to practice what they know, hands down. And this is something, like I said, they are proud of, okay? So you can locate one of them and talk to them yourself. And if an Americanized Haitian want to get up on under my comments and try to deny any of this, before you do that, talk to your meme and your grandma and your grandpepe, who's been born and raised in Haiti, who know about this stuff before you come and try to challenge me on anything, okay? I'm spitting facts, point blank, period, no question, okay? And like I always say, I was choking on that one, too much truth, but Trump Vance 24, baby, let's go.
Maybe that was the Haitian voodoo ancestors making him choke, but he's not lying. But let me just say this. This is not the Haitian illegals that are coming over here and all of a sudden they're doing voodoo. There are 1.5 million Haitian Americans here in the United States. Maybe the adults. You don't think in some basement in Brooklyn or even in Newark, or any urban areas where the Haitian population, definitely in Florida, where the Haitian population is heavy, they've been doing the voodoo. They've been doing that to cats or whatever, animals or whatever. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. And Haitians are not the only ones. People from South America, they have all the Santeria, the voodoo, what's not voodoo? Hoodoo and voodoo. Black Americans even do hoodoo. This is nothing new. So why all of a sudden you have the Kamala Harris campaign and the Democrats trying to make it into a race issue? Saying that it's racist to talk about them like that, or, to put that stereotype on the Haitians. It's not a stereotype because it's a fact. They're not the only ones. But if you notice, that's what the Democrats do. They create chaos under the disguise of racism to get their agenda pushed through. Whether it's to win elections, during a presidency, or in Congress, they use racism, race, white supremacy to get their agenda passed. And that's always been their tactic. So yes, I do believe that the Haitians are taking the cats and they're taking the geese and they're eating them in Springfield. But that's minor. The problem is, why are they there? Why do we have over 10 million illegals already enter this country between 2023 and 2024, and they're still coming? Why are they there? And why are you allocating billions of dollars to illegals for uplift, to economically uplift them, but you don't do the same for Americans, whether they're poor white Americans or Black Americans, poor Black Americans? I'll do this one on another day. Let's see. All right. That's all I'm going to talk about now. I'll get into that one later. Today's show was cute. Listen, I did a live for 4 hours yesterday. I'm doing a live every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh my God. Too much. I need to come up with a schedule. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everybody on X, to everybody in the chat, to my moderators. I'm not complaining about what? I'm not complaining. I just don't ever do these many lives. I like to do 3 lives a week and uploads for the rest. I don't include Saturday because that's just for fun. But so yeah, and honestly, I'm tired of talking about that debate. When we do the Man Up show tomorrow, we are not talking about the debate. I'm so over the debate now. I'm worn out from the debate. We are going to talk about, this is what I wanted to mention. Monday Man Up show is going to be centered around politics. Thursday Man Up show is going to be centered around the law and the criminal justice system. I have to do that, right? Because it helps me. So I'm just not scattered all over the place. Wednesday, when I do a live, I'm going to cater that to the migrant crisis. It may be something that's going on with Black people or America, or whatever, but it's mainly going to be around the migrant crisis. And then also I incorporated the deep dive with Dana, which drops that I have a 1-hour video that drops on Sundays at noon, and that's a one-on-one that I have with people who I reach out to interview. Professor Patty, those Haitians are 30 minutes down the road from me. Haiti is the devil's island. I am sure there are good and kind Haitians, but there is a lot of witchcraft and Satanism there. So yes, it is a bit scary. Well, Haiti does get a bad rep from the voodoo, but you can't just put the voodoo on Haiti. Voodoo is not evil, just like other things are not evil unless you make it evil, unless your intentions are evil. However, yes, they practice voodoo in Haiti. They practice voodoo in different countries in South America. They practice voodoo in different countries in Africa. They practice voodoo here in America. Every nationality, every ethnic group have some form of superficial natural practices. The point is, see, I'm not worried about 20,000 Haitians, 20,000 Haitian illegal migrants coming into the town where I live at practicing voodoo. I'm concerned about 20,000 illegals of anybody coming into the town where I live at. The cities, the state, the towns, they're not prepared. They don't have the money. And if you do, why isn't that money being invested in us American citizens? And lastly, why are you allowing people who broke the law, who came here illegally, why are you allowing them to stay? Why are you allowing them to get free health care? But we get a bill when we go to emergency room. Why are you allowing these illegals to break the law and get away with it? Not only do you let them get away with it, you are accommodating them. So it's beyond, it's bigger than the cats. It's bigger than the voodoo. The problem is, why are you here illegally? We do have an immigration process. We do have an immigration system. So you came here illegally. They allowed you to come into the state, into my city, 20,000 of you within a 2-month span. You're not working yet, so they're going to give you free housing, free health care, money for transportation and food stamps for food and all this stuff so that you can help, I guess, have bodies in this city so that we can have more representation. You're doing all these things for people who broke the law, and you're allocating money to them while you're starving out your own citizens. That is the problem. That is the main problem. Why are they here? You're allowing them to break the system. You are allowing them to break the system because the state and cities are not prepared. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the money. They don't have the space. They can't vote. But the more bodies you have, the more representation you get. But that's only going to benefit the Democrats. So you're trying to tell me the Republicans are trying to get in on it now? I don't think so. No. Yes. Why is the U.S. allowing it? Why is the Biden administration allowing open borders? People were in an uproar when Trump was president. He had trailers at the border. They had a healthcare facility there. They were fed. They were housed at the fucking border. And then they were sent back. Maybe some people were let in, but it was controlled. There's no control. There's no infrastructure at the border. We have open borders because the Biden administration is allowing it. So that is why Wednesday I need to focus on the migrant crisis, because each week I need to break down how the migrant crisis, the border crisis, is affecting not only American citizens, but America as a whole. And with that, guys, I get paid what I get paid on YouTube. I don't promote one party. I'm not MAGA. I don't subscribe to any party. I am a registered Republican, yes, but I'm very objective. Republicans don't pay. Now, if I was pro Kamala, oh, best believe I would be like, run me my check. Democrats pay. They pay influencers to promote their bullshit. And they pay very well. But I'm not a Democrat. I'm not going to pretend to be one because there are a lot of people that pretend to be Democrats so they could get paid to promote bullshit because they pay well. Republicans don't pay influencers. They're like, you're a Republican, good. You rock with us, good. Get out there and get people to vote Republican. They're not going to pay you. They go by the book. They go by with the Constitution. Thank you, Walter. All right, guys, listen, I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for the Man Up Show with me and Judge Joe Brown. And I will also see you Monday morning, honey, because Fannie Willis, honey, is back in the hot seat. Yes. All right, bye.